This is a tutorial for an inkle weaving pickup style called horizontal line pickup. It's also called two-color pickup or sometimes just a simple pickup. It's a very easy technique that's great for beginners. You can make geometric shapes, you can make lettering. I did switching diagonals, which kind of looked like a maze or a labyrinth. This is a great next step after you learn your basic inkle weaving. The setup for this kind of weave is really simple. Basically, you want two contrasting colors so that your pattern is easily visible. One color is going to be your heddled color. The other one is going to be your open color or unheddled. For me, my rainbow threads are heddled and my background or black threads are unheddled. I also have 4 black threads at each edge as a border. This is another pattern generator with a different way to show the pattern. I'll have links below in the description. If you plain weave your pattern, it will show up as horizontal bars or alternating stripes, and that's what gives this technique its name. If you reversed your heddled and unheddled threads, that's okay. It'll still work out the same. Your 2 colors of threads are the same size, and you might be manipulating both depending on your pattern or design. And here's a bonus picture of my new kitten Winnie, who decided that my weaving supplies were great fun. You will start with a few rows of plain weave to get your width established and to help secure the beginning of your band. Then you can start your pickup. The idea is that you're going to be carrying threads across the top of other threads. You pick them up to keep them from moving to the bottom side of the band. You're going to determine which threads you want to carry over. Using a needle or pickup stick or whatever works for you, you're going to separate those threads. In this case, I'm picking up the yellow and the green in the center of my rainbow. Next, you're going to change your shed and then lift those threads up using your stick. You see how the green and the yellow are carried over my black now. Now I'm going to beat and pass my weft, being careful that I'm passing the weft under my picked up threads. Now for this design, I am picking up both my black threads and my rainbow threads. So next I'm going to pick up my black threads right next to my rainbow threads, and I'm doing 2 at a time. So using my pickup stick, I'm going to, well, first swap out because the needle is actually easier for me to grab the threads with. So I'm going to determine which threads are next, which is the 2 next to my yellow, and I'm going to pick those up. And those are my next threads that I'm going to carry over. I'm going to change my shed, lift up my black threads, and now I'm going to beat and pass my weft. And if you look, you can see how the yellow and the green thread carried over that black bar at the bottom, and now the black threads are carrying over the rainbow bar. And next I'm going to continue my diagonal by picking up the threads on the other side of the 2 black threads. So I'm looking which ones they are. It's going to be the 2 yellow threads to the left of the black threads. I'm going to pick those up, change shed, lift up my rainbow threads, then we're going to pass the shuttle and beat and pass the weft. And really, that's all there is to it. You just keep on doing that, following your pattern, or your design or whatever it is you're doing. That's all there is to it. Okay, I'm going to show a couple more times just so that you can really get a good visual of this. Now I'm picking up my black threads next. And I'm going to pick up the 2 black threads next to the yellow. I'm switching just because I prefer the needle when I'm actually moving it. Chain shed, lift up your black threads, beat, and pass your weft. Now here I wanted to show you that I actually wound up having to back up just a little bit. I meant to start a new diagonal on this row, and I forgot to do that. So I had to undo that pick and then go back and add an extra pair of threads. So you can see I'm picking up 2 sets of threads in the black. We're changing shed, lifting the black threads up, passing my shuttle and beading to pass the weft, and now I'm going to lift up my rainbow threads. So I'm going to pick up 2 purples and 2 oranges to the left of my black threads. Chain shed, lift up my picked up threads, pass the shuttle, and we just keep doing that over and over and over again. I'm going to speed up the video so you can keep watching the weaving for a few minutes. If you want, you can skip ahead to the part about patterns. I'll put a link in the top corner. Now for this video, I didn't use a pattern for my weaving. I just kind of winged it. But if you are new to pickup, you may want to start with a pattern, or at least want to know how to read a pattern. With this 2-color or horizontal bar style of pickup, the patterns will usually show your floats. The ones that you are picking up are called floats, and your pattern will show you where to start your float. Wherever that line starts is where you want to do your pickup. So in this picture, in this example, floats for the first pair, the third pair, and the fifth pair start on that bottom row. So that's where you're going to actually lift those specific threads, and you're going to carry them over that first white row and then drop them back down on that black row where they end. And that black row where they end is where pairs 2 and 4 are going to be picked up and then carried over the next white row onto the next black row. And the row where you drop pairs 2 and 4, that same row you're going to pick up pair 3 again for the next float. These pattern examples that I'm showing you come from Laverne Waddington's blog, and I'm going to link that below in the description. She does a great job of explaining it all, and it's much more thorough than I can do in this short video. Thanks for watching, and happy weaving!